Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Can we have the cameras on, please?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Manya. Cameras on, please.
Ma'am, who is Yashma?
Beta, this is my device only, beta.
Okay.
Okay. Pranjali, just for a second, if you could open your camera, just for a minute. Pranjali?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Rajnandini. How are you doing?
Ma'am, fine.
Good. What about Rudra?
I'm fine.
Super fine or only fine? Okay. Let everyone join. I think question answers of chapter 5 we have completed. Right?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Rudra. We started with the geography chapter 6, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So first of all, I would like you people to get your notebooks as well with you.
May I come in 2 minutes?
Yes, beta.
We have to start from types of farming.
We have to start with the chapter types of farming. I think the initial part I had already explained to you people.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a topic types of farming. Ma'am, from there we have to start.
Okay, that is the second part. Second topic that you're talking about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. I hope you got your notebooks.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Before we start with the explanation in the reading part, please draw this flow chart that is that I have shared on the screen. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Write today's date, name of the chapter. On the plain side, you will be drawing this flow chart. Please open your cameras, beta. Mayank, Raj Nandini, Ahmad.
Ma'am moderated है, ma'am social.
Hmm?
Ma'am social.
Ma'am, we have to draw with the pen or pencil.
Beta, with pencil you draw. No issues.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, this flow chart we have to do in copy.
Yes, beta, in the notebooks on the plain side. And please make it quick so that we can start with the remaining part of the chapter.
Ma'am, after this is a flow chart, or we have done any more.
Pardon? What did you say, beta?
I said this is the first flow chart we are doing, or we have done more.
No. This is the first flowchart that you are doing.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm. Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Others?
No.
Do it fast.
I'm done.
Done?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now class, why do we do cultivation or agriculture? Because it provides, why agriculture is important. Agriculture is important. First reason, because it provides us with the basic needs. Humans' basic needs are fulfilled by the agriculture. Right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the basic needs of
Yes, sir.
humans? Food,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, food and
Then-
dairy products.
yes, food and the milk products, or we can say dairy. Right? Then the second, it provides raw material. We all know that there are several industries in the world which get or attain their raw material from the agricultural sector. Right? Right? So it is important because it provides us raw material for the other industries to run. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And the industries that are based on the raw material which is obtained from the agricultural sector, they are called as agro based industries. Jute mills, textile mills, cotton mills that we have, then the sugar industry, the sugar mills which we have, these are all agro based industries. Right? Then we all know
Yes.
that agriculture is one of the largest sector that provides, employment to the skilled and non-skilled person. Right? Whether you are skilled or non-skilled, it hardly makes any difference. You simply have to till the land, take care of the weeds and other things that are there, proper irrigation and other things. So if you are not skilled, then also you can be taken or you can be employed in the agricultural sector. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
when roughly we say approximately 50% of the world's population is involved in agricultural activities. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, fine. So why agriculture is important, Claire?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to the types of farming. Now see, as per the book that you have, in this book, they have told you that there are basically two types of farming. One is subsistence and the other is commercial. Right? So the basic difference between these two is subsistence farming is a farming that is done to fulfill the needs of the family. Right? There is no other motive. Generally, when we do things, there are motives behind it. No, there are reasons for doing it. So subsistence farming, the reason for which subsistence farming is done, the only reason is that because it fulfills the needs of the family, and there is no other motive attached to the subsistence farming. Whatever is done, whatever is produced is consumed within the family. I hope I am clear.
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes. Now coming to the second type of commercial farming, that is commercial farming. Commercial, as the name tells you, that it is for money making. Right? Commercial purposes means for attaining, for gaining profit or for money making. So commercial farming, when we talk of commercial farming, we are actually talking about the profit motive. And subsistence is
For
self-consumption. Subsistence is self-consumption. Okay? Producing only for the needs of the family. Right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now, when we talk when we talk of the subsistence farming, we generally categorize this subsistence farming into two types, right? One of its type is primitive subsistence, and the other type is intensive subsistence. Now, when we talk of the primitive subsistence, as the name tells you, primitive means something that is old. We all know that agriculture is a practice that has been involved, that has evolved since ages. Early humans, when they started living a settled life, that was all because of the agriculture, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
What else do you know about this? What else do you know about this? Where the early humans started settling initially?
Blockages.
Ma'am,
Huh?
the early humans started the farming and they stayed when they started the farming and when they planted the trees and crops, and when they were settled in at one place, and they were before this they were gathering from one place to
They were
another.
as wanderers. They were living as wanderers. They used to move from one place to another in search of food and shelter, right? And then they, when they started leading a settled life, they, this thing, settling down concentrated near the river valleys. If you remember, it was near the river valleys. जितनी भी civilizations हमने देखी हैं, जितनी भी civilizations develop हुई हैं, they have been developed on the river valleys. River valleys पे क्यों हुई थी? Reason being easy availability of water,
Yes.
right? Now we all know that for agriculture, and water is something that is required for several purposes. There is not just one motive for getting water, but there are several purposes for which water is required, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now, this primitive subsistence farming, when a farmer, carries this primitive subsistence farming, in this, what does it do? They use all the traditional methods. Now, what are these traditional methods? Hoe, sickle. These are the traditional tools that are used for the primitive subsistence farming, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
But Ahmed, maybe some network issues. Can you all hear me clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe there are some network issues. चलिए, ठीक है? And whatever is produced under the primitive subsistence, it is for the consumption. Yes, Ahmed, you can rejoin for the consumption within the family. I hope I am clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Then now see this primitive subsistence agriculture that we have. In this primitive subsistence, what exactly it is, you are clear with it, no? Now this primitive subsistence is again, categorized into PSF. I have written, okay, primitive subsistence farming. It is again categorized into two parts. One is the shifting agriculture, and the other is nomadic herding. Now, what is this shifting agriculture and what is this nomadic herding? See, shifting agriculture, this is a practice which is generally, it is done by the people in forests. Right? Right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Those people who live in the forest areas or those who are the forest dwellers, these people carry this shifting agriculture. Now, this practice that was initiated was undertaken by the people of the forest or the tribal groups. It was, disapproved by the Europeans. Ahmed, now am I clear to you?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Fine. Now, the tribal groups you can say. Fine. Now, these tribal groups, why this shifting agriculture was, banned by the European cultivators? It was because, under this cultivation, a patch of land, what happened? Under this patch of land was cleared. Fine. And then burning, sorry, dry leaves were burnt and seeds were sown in the ashes. Okay? So in this shifting cultivation, a small patch of land was cleared. Deforestation को बहुत ज़्यादा जो है इन्होंने promote करा shifting cultivators ने, because they used to cut down the trees, and after cutting the trees जो उसके dry leaves होते थे उनको they used to burn, और उसके ash में जो burn करने के बाद जो ashes remains बच जाते थे, in those ashes they used to sow the seeds, और ये जो process था they used to carry it for 3 to 4 years. ठीक है, 3 से 4 साल तक इस प्रोसेस को ये लोग जो है एनहांस करते थे. उसके बाद दे यूज्ड टू शिफ्ट टू अनदर पैच ऑफ लैंड. फाइन, एम आई क्लियर?
Yes,
हाँ.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
अब ये जो प्रैक्टिस थी, पहले यहाँ पे शुरू करा, फिर दूसरे पे गए, फिर दूसरे पे गए, फिर दूसरे पे गए, एंड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम they used to come back to the same patch of land. ठीक है? And by that time they used to come back to the same patch of land. यहाँ से इन्होंने शुरू करा और यहीं पे दोबारा से वापस आके इन्होंने लैंड कर लिया. तो ये जो प्रोसेस था, इट वाज अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस, जिसमें कि जो एक लैंड इन्होंने पहली बार में टिल करा उसको छोड़ देते थे एज बैरन लैंड या फेलो लैंड. उसके बाद फिर जब वो नेचुरली अपनी फर्टिलिटी को रीगेन कर लेता था, देन अगेन दे यूज्ड टू कल्टीवेट द सेम land. I hope this is clear and understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए अब आ जाते हैं, इसके बाद हम इसकी जो प्रिमिटिव सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग का सेकेंड पार्ट है, दैट इज नोमैडिक हर्डिंग. ये जो आपकी नोमैडिक हर्डिंग है, दिस वाज समथिंग व्हिच वाज कैरिड in this. The animals were reared. पशुपालन जिसको हम बोलते हैं हिंदी में, या कैटल रेयरिंग जिसको हम बोलते हैं, ये नोमैडिक हर्डिंग में बेसिकली जो थे वो एनिमल्स डोमेस्टिकेट करके उनको लेके घुमा जाता था, जिससे कि उनको कुछ बेनिफिट मिलता था. जैसे आपने देखा होगा शीप, गोट, याक, कैमल. हैव यू हर्ड? ये जो नोमैडिक हर्डर्स होते हैं, nomadic herders कौन होते हैं? Nomadic herding is done by those people who are called as banjaras, or the ones who do not have a settlement for them. Those who keep on moving from one place to another along with their animals. I hope I am clear.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Fine. ये sheep, goat, yak, camel, dog, cow, इन सबको हर्ड करते थे, इनको जो है रेयर करते थे, बिकॉज दे न्यू दैट दे वर क्वाइट बेनिफिशियल टू देम. भाई काउ का मिल्क लेते थे, कैमल से मिल्क लेते थे, गोट से मिल्क लेते थे, गोट का फ्लैश भी दे यूज टू यूज, शीप का जो फर होता था उसको दे यूज टू यूज, राइट. डॉग फॉर दी सिक्योरिटी, फॉर गार्डिंग दी हाउस, या जहां पे भी ये लोग रहते थे वहां पे अपने आप को प्रोटेक्टेड फील करते थे व्हेन दे हैड डॉग्स विद देम. आई होप आई एम क्लियर नोमैडिक हर्डिंग में.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए, अब आप ये जो नोमैडिक हर्डिंग है बेटा, दिस इज बेसिकली डन बाय द नोमैड्स. नोमैड्स कौन होते हैं आपको पता है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Nomads are the people, those who do not live at one place, those who keep on moving from one place to another.
To another.
Yes, and और क्या होते हैं nomads? और किसको बोलते हैं हम? और क्या फीचर होता है इनका? क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होती है nomads की?
Ma'am, graze their animals on natural.
हाँ, नेशनल पैस्चर्स. ये क्या करते हैं? ये क्यों दे कीप ऑन मूविंग फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर? जब एक जगह के पैस्चर लैंड खत्म हो जाते हैं, एक जगह पे ग्रेजिंग ग्राउंड्स खत्म हो जाते हैं, तब ये दूसरे ग्रेजिंग ग्राउंड्स पे अपने एनिमल्स को लेके आते हैं. और ये क्योंकि नोमैड्स होते हैं, तो ये सीजनल चेंजिंग भी करते हैं. जैसे गर्मियों में दे मूव टुवर्ड्स द हिल्स एंड इन विंटर्स दे कम टुवर्ड्स द प्लेन्स. आपने देखा होगा सर्दियों में आपको बहुत सारी शीप नजर आती होंगी ऑन द रोड्स एंड ऑन द areas which are open lands. Have you ever observed?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए, ये दो पार्ट्स एकदम क्लियर हो गए? कोई इसमें डाउट?
No, ma'am.
चलिए,
No, ma'am.
okay. Now coming to the intensive subsistence farming. आपको स्पार्सली और डेंसली में डिफरेंस पता है?
Ma'am, what?
Sparsely and densely, what is the basic difference between these two? Do you know?
No, ma'am.
हाँ,
Ma'am.
राजनंदिनी.
No, ma'am.
राजनंदिनी,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the difference between sparsely populated and densely populated?
I know the meaning of densely.
Yes, tell what is meant by densely.
Ma'am, densely means ma'am घना.
घना या थिक जिसको हम बोलते हैं,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? डेंस फॉरेस्ट,
Yes, ma'am.
डेंस फॉरेस्ट सुना है ना हमने? थिक फॉरेस्ट जिसको हम बोलते हैं. ठीक है बेटा, डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड का मतलब होता है जहां पे छोटे से एरिया में ज्यादा लोग रहते हैं, दैट इज डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड. ठीक है? और स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड, यस बेटा, तो स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड का मतलब क्या होगा? इफ डेंसली इज थिक, तो स्पार्सली का मतलब क्या होगा?
Ma'am, thin.
थिन. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड मतलब थिनली पॉपुलेटेड, मतलब कम लोग. जैसे राजस्थान अगर आप देखते हो, अगर हम राजस्थान की बात करें तो हम कहते हैं राजस्थान का जो वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ राजस्थान है, कौन सा पार्ट? वेस्टर्न पार्ट. वो बहुत ही स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड है क्योंकि वो पूरा डेजर्ट एरिया है, वहां पे कोई वेजिटेशन नहीं है, वहां पे फूड अवेलेबल नहीं है, वहां पे बड़ी हार्श कंडीशंस हैं ऑफ लिविंग. तो वहां पे जो पॉपुलेशन कंसेंट्रेशन है वो बहुत कम है, तो वहां की जो पॉपुलेशन है वो इट इज थिनली पॉपुलेटेड. राइट? राइट? तो जहां पे
Yes,
कम
yes,
जनसंख्या, जहां पे
Yes,
कम
ma'am.
हाँ, जहां पे कम जनसंख्या में लोग रहते हैं, जहां पे कम नंबर्स में लोग रहते हैं, उसको हम स्पार्सली पॉपुलेटेड कहते हैं. और जहां पे ज्यादा नंबर में, ज्यादा अमाउंट में लोग रहते हैं, उसको हम डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड कहते हैं. आई होप आई एम क्लियर एंड अंडरस्टूड.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? तो ये
Yes,
जो आपका नोमैडिक हर्डिंग है या जो आपकी शिफ्टिंग कल्टीवेशन ये है, ये उन जगहों पे करी जाती है जहां पे कम लोग रहते हैं, where the people are sparsely populated. ठीक है? और ये जो आपकी इंटेंसिव subsistence farming है, it is practiced in the areas where the people are densely populated, जहां पे बहुत ज्यादा नंबर में, कम एरिया में ज्यादा लोग रहते हैं. जैसे अगर हम डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड स्टेट्स की बात करें तो हमारा जो बिहार है, हमारा जो वेस्ट बंगाल है, ठीक है, हमारा महाराष्ट्र, ठीक है, दीज आर द स्टेट्स विच आर डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड, जहां पे पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज्यादा है, डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन जो है बहुत ज्यादा है. एंड व्हाट इज डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन? persons living per square
in one.
किलोमीटर. पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर में जितने ज्यादा लोग रहते हैं उनको हम क्या कहते हैं?
Density.
डेंसिटी ऑफ,
Ma'am, density.
हाँ, डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. हाँ जी. पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर जितने लोग रहते हैं, ये छोटा सा एरिया सपोज ये पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर है और ये बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ पे पॉपुलेशन है, से कि पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर में आपके तकरीबन 1 लाख के लोग रहते हैं, 1 लाख, तो ये ज्यादा डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड हो गया कि नहीं हो गया? हो गया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
और
Yes,
अगर
ma'am.
हम ये कहते हैं कि मुश्किल से 100 पीपल आर लिविंग, तो ये बहुत स्पार्स पॉपुलेशन हो गई।
Yes, ma'am, हो
ठीक है,
गया।
ठीक है, आई होप इट इज क्लियर।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए,
Yes.
ठीक है, तो ये अब क्या है कि ये जो आपका इंटेंसिव सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग है, इट इज बेसिकली प्रैक्टिस्ड इन दोज रीजन, दोज एरियाज, दोज प्लेसेस वेयर द नंबर ऑफ पीपल लिविंग इज मोर। ठीक है, और क्या होता है यहाँ पे जो लैंड एरिया होते हैं, जो कल्टिवेबल लैंड होता है, इट इज फ्रेगमेंटेड, इसकी बहुत ज्यादा फ्रेगमेंटेशन हो रही होती है, मतलब छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में इसको डिवाइड किया जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ सक्सेसर्स दैट वी हैव फॉर ईच लैंड। हमें पता है कि जितने ज्यादा बच्चे होंगे एक फैमिली में, उतना ही ज्यादा जो है डिवीजन होगा लैंड का। ठीक है, से ये एक किसी एक इंसान का ये लैंड है, ठीक है, जिसकी पहली पॉपुलेशन में केवल 3 लड़के थे, ठीक है, उनको दिया, उसके फर्दर उनके आगे बच्चे हुए, उसमें भी फर्दर डिविजन्स हुई और फर्दर डिविजन्स हुई, तो क्या होता है जो लैंड का जो एरिया होता है वो बहुत कम बचता है बेटे। ठीक है, so in the small piece of land it is not possible to grow more crop, to grow one single crop which can fulfill the needs of the family। तो क्या करते हैं ये लोग एक छोटे से एरिया में, स्मॉल पीस ऑफ लैंड में ये लोग जो है बहुत सारी
Divide
चीजों
कर
को
देते हैं।
ग्रो करते हैं। ठीक है, ठीक है,
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Okay. ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I hope this much is clear and understood to everyone।
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए, तो ये जो इंटेंसिव सब्सिस्टेंस फार्मिंग है, ये बेसिकली हाईली पॉपुलेटेड एरियाज में होती है। ठीक है, हाईली पॉपुलेटेड रीजन्स में होती है या एरियाज में होती है। ठीक है, राइट, क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चलिए, एनीथिंग और पता है क्या होता है यहाँ पे मोटिव क्या होता है? यहाँ पे मोटिव होता है कि मैक्सिमम यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ द लैंड। अब ये मैक्सिमम यूटिलाइजेशन कैसे होती है? एक छोटे से पीस ऑफ लैंड को कई पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करके डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्रॉप्स आर ग्रोन। राइट, राइट, क्लियर एंड अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. ma'am.
ठीक है,
Yes. ma'am.
चलिए, इतना क्लियर हो गया ना? डू वी हैव टाइम टू रीड? यस, वी कैन रीड। कैन वी हैव अहमद रीडिंग टाइप्स ऑफ फार्मिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
यस अहमद।
Different types of farming. Different types of farming are practiced on varied environment.
Okay, Ahmed, can we have Mayank Yadav reading?
Mainly 2 types of agriculture.
Mayank, can you read, please? Ahmed is not very clear. Anshuman, read, beta.
Different types of farming are practiced in varied environments of the world. On the basis of the main aim of cultivation, there are mainly 2 types of agriculture, subsistence and commercial. Let us now study about these 2 types of farming in detail. Subsistence agriculture. The type of agriculture that is practiced for the domestic consumption of the farmers is called subsistence agriculture. They may sell or exchange their product among the local community, but no commercial sale is involved. Subsistence agriculture can be classified into two types: primitive subsistence agriculture, which includes shifting agriculture and nomadic herding, and intensive subsistence agriculture, shifting cultivation. It is a primitive method of farming practiced by tribal living in the dense tropical forests of the Congo Basin, Amazon Basin, Central America, Southeast Asia, and Northeast India. They clear a patch of forested land by cutting and burning the trees and bushes. That is why it is known as slash and burn agriculture. The cultivation is done on this cleared land with very primitive tools like digging sticks and hoes. Mostly tuber crops like tapioca, cassava, manioc, and yams are grown, together with some maize, millets, beans, or bananas. After 3 or 4 years, the soil gets leached or covered by weeds and it comes infertile. The, the people then shift to